Hey guys, Nick with P&H Lawn Care, a solo operation here in East Tennessee. If you're new to the channel, if you're returning back to the channel, guys, welcome back. Good to see you, glad to have you. So, we've reached a little over the midway point in September. I think today's September 17th. So, if you're not already talking about it, you better start talking about it quick. Leaf season. Leaf season is coming on quick. I've got some properties that I'm already closing the grass flap and mulching and then making another pass and spreading them out because the leaves are coming down so fast. I know if you're in the New England states, you're probably already doing it. If you're up in Canada, you're probably already doing it as well. But I want to talk about an old favorite that there's been tons of videos made on it. I've even made several, but since it's fall season, leaf season, or fall's coming up and it's leaf season, it's worth revisiting because I want to talk about some different aspects of it and talk about other blowers. And I'm talking about that brand new thing sitting back there in the corner. Y'all see it? Y'all see that? Brand new. Still got the little bag and everything on it. I'm going to cover the PB-9010. Probably not tell y'all anything you haven't heard. Possibly have. Actually, I am going to tell y'all something that you probably never heard that came straight from the product managers that actually design and do all the stuff behind the scenes on the PB-910. I'm going to talk about the BR-800. Going to talk about the 7910. Going to talk about the Red Max's new one. And most importantly, I'm going to talk about the oil and gasoline that you ought to be putting in these things. So, it's still hot. It was a wet morning, as y'all could tell. That wasn't from rain last night or rain this morning. The dew was just that heavy. The grass is here in East Tennessee is still green. I'm still cutting, doing my weekly routes. It's still growing great. And some of y'all are going, God, I'm ready for it to quit growing. Me personally, it wouldn't bother me if I could mow year round. I'd love it. If I could just mow year round. I mean, I enjoy hedge trimming and landscaping, and I enjoy the fall cleanups. It's a good break. But if I could just have my routes Monday through Friday, Monday through Saturday, and just do that year round, it'd be great. But anyway, I've got to blow these two off, and I'll give y'all some footage of what I'm doing today, and we're going to have a discussion, all right? You gotta love side by sides. Twin yards, they're basically the same, hardly any backyard. But see, whenever you turn this way and you see grass, the camera's not pointing down. That's just how much of a slope it is. But I love having doubles like that. Hey guys, route density. Go down here and make a right. I've got like 6 more. So, but let's get going. All right, just for the record, that was the 7910. It's got the, we've talked about before, it's got that 79.9cc engine on it, but not near the size of a fan as the 9010 does. But as you can tell, it still does a pretty doggone good job. I like it a lot. That's why I've made it my grab and go all the time. So, yeah, but we're about to get into this discussion now, guys. All right, guys, so this is your thing about going into it this year. It's your first season. If your second season, I can probably leave you out of it, but this is also, I'm going to rekindle some things for you guys who've been doing this for a long time. Do I remember several years ago whenever everybody in the lawn care industry was just ecstatic because the BR800, still BR800 was coming out and it was going to have the side start. And then we got news of the Echo PB-9010. And everybody, oh, they're going to be the most powerful blower on the market and all this. And everybody's just going crazy. And then we had the blower wars where we were putting the Red Max against the BR800, against the 9010. Well, fast forward a few years. So everybody's gotten accustomed to the 800 and everybody's gotten accustomed to the 9010. Now Red Max has a new one out. Forgive me because I can't remember the numbers on those. We don't have a Red Max dealer real close to us. We had one. I didn't like the dealer, so I never tried them out. But anyway, so what I want to talk about first is if you are a BR800 fan or you are considering the BR800 but you like Echo, let me give you some specs on that. Nowadays, the BR800 is equivalent, in my opinion, to the 7910. The BR800 has 41 newtons of power. I'm going to look up, Google the newtons. The 7910 has 40. The wind speeds are right around the same. The advantage you're going to have on that is the side start. Now, a buddy of mine had a BR800 and I texted him last night to see if I could borrow it for the sake of this video. He sold it back in the spring and bought a 9010. That being said, so I was going to talk about, actually have one here to show you, but can't. So guys, if you're looking at the BR800 for leaf cleanup season this year, give the 7910 a look because they're going to be the comparable ones. And I think the old Red Max is going to fall into that category as well because the Beast, as it's affectionately been called over the past few years, in my opinion, is in a separate class than those three blowers. Okay, so that the 7910 now is around, I think, $629.99. The BR800 is like $650. This bad boys went up to $689.99. So, and that's depending on where y'all are at. So that's talking about that part of it. Now, I did start doing some research, even though I can't remember the model number of the Red Max. If you'll hold on one second, I still had it pulled up on my Google. The EBZ9000, where I was looking at it to compare the specs. So, from what I can understand, the 9010 has 48 newtons of force. The EBZ9000 is coming in at 56. CFMs, I think it's 135 more CFMs than the 9010. I just looked at it and some of the dealers are selling that thing for $899. So there's another argument over which one you're going to go with. But I had, before that thing even hit the market, I was somewhere, I probably shouldn't tell y'all, but I was able to get my hands on one up, get it on my back and stuff like that. And there is still some contention over which one's the most powerful. Now, I know what Red Max is putting up on their website and what Echo's had up on their website for the specs. And yes, all signs point to the Red Max being more powerful. I've also heard some conflicting information on that. Yes, the newtons may be more, but the wind speed's greater on this and the amount of force, the size of the tube, all that. That being said, so we're looking at a $689 blower in comparison to $899 blower. So go with whichever one you want. I'm not here to pitch one to you one way or another. What I want to know is the 9010 still relevant as much so as it's always been? Is this one that you're going to be looking at first and foremost before you make your purchase for your leaf blower that you're going to do the fall cleanups with this year? Now, let me address some other issues in this, because I've had one. This is my third one. Yes, I just bought a new one, but this is my third 9010. I had two 8010s, ran with them when 9010 came out, been running with them ever since they came out. So I know their ups, I know their downs, all that. If you've ran the 9010, after it gets a little older, you can start it and it feels like it takes for frickin' ever to warm up. Like you'll start it and like 3 minutes later, now I've got full power, or it just doesn't want to run good. Give me shout out all the examples of, yeah, it does this, before it's running smooth and all that. Let me give you some tidbits that I've picked up along the way. Red armor. You're supposed to run red armor in all this. The 9010s, in my experience, do not like red armor. They just don't. I don't know why. The 2620Ts, oh my God, they'll drink it all day. No issues whatsoever at all with them. But whenever I was at Echo headquarters, I was going over this with product managers and telling them, they're like, that doesn't make any sense. That it should love the red armor, blah, blah, blah. And finally I convinced them. I was like, look, y'all, it just don't. I'll run it in my whips and stuff, but the 9010 and the 7910, it just doesn't. So after much discussion and debate over it, what we come up with is there's 3 times that you should use red armor in your 9010 or your 7910. That is whenever you first buy it. You can see, guys, this has a white tank on it. Hadn't had a drop of fuel in it yet. So it's when you first purchase your 9010T, use this. The first tank you run through it, and at the beginning of the season, use the red armor. The last tank that you leave in it or run through it before you put it up for the winter, use the red armor, because this stuff has so much stuff in it. I won't say it's as good as Stay-Bil. It has a lot of the things in it that Stay-Bil does to help clean, protect, and all that stuff. So the 3 times you should use the red armor in the 9010T is when you first buy it, the first tank you run through it at the beginning of the season, and the last tank you run through it or leave in it for the winter. Now, what I found that it does love is the Echo Gold. That 7910 is running off of it right now. So flawlessly. I mean, it starts easy, runs full throttle, all that stuff. Drinks it up. My 9010s that I sold before I bought this one, I ran this in it, no issues whatsoever. So what I did, instead of going back and forth, I just run the Echo Gold in all mine. Now, Echo people are going to hate that I'm saying this, but guys, I'm just being honest with you. The silver steel 2-cycle oil does really well on these as well. So there's the tidbit on that. So I've talked enough, but what I want to know, and the title of this video is the Echo PB-9010T still relevant? Is it still the blower that you're going to look at primarily for if you're getting ready to go buy a leaf blower for fall cleanup season? Or just what do you think? Does it still hold a place? Are you holding it in higher regards than the Red Max? Are you still throwing the BR800 into the mix with these 3? Just let me know. Let me know what you think. Personally, I can't be without one until Echo comes out with a more powerful one. I haven't heard any word on it. Last year there was a big buzz that they were coming out with it. They weren't. Their big thing was battery, and that big battery powered backpack blower they came out with. So, and I haven't heard anything about 2026 that they're going to come out with one. So that's still up in the air. So let me know in the comments, do you still want the Beast Is the Beast still the king, or has Red Max knocked it off? I know guys that have run both of them, and some of them say, yeah, the Red Max beats it hand down. And I've talked to people that have thrown the 9010 on their back and said, no, the 9010 is still the champ. So let me know what you guys think. And I really wanted to pass along that knowledge of the 2-cycle oil running through those blowers to you. So be sure to hit the thumbs up. I'd love it if you'd give me a follow, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. All right.